What is up, and welcome to a special alert, mostly because I forgot to include this in the regular weekly show, but I'm actually glad that I'm doing it as a standalone special alert, and I'm doing this with no music because sometimes the copyrights can sort of limit the reach of the video, and I want to make sure that this reaches as many people as possible. Please feel free to share or just share the information, the content that I'm sharing. Tomorrow on the University of Washington campus, May 6th, at 5:30, Riley Gaines and Olivia Krolczyk, who are just noted and known transphobes, will be holding what I think is pretty reasonably being described as a hate rally. And then there will be a counter event that is occurring at the same time. This is at the Samuel E. Kelly Ethnic Cultural Center on the University of Washington campus, 3931 Brooklyn Avenue Northeast. Again, May 6th at 5:30. Just to counter their hate. For those of you who don't know, Riley Gaines is a former athlete, a swimmer who has turned transphobia into a second career. And Olivia Krolczyk is and specifically targets trans female athletes. Olivia Krolczyk is a student who wrote an essay that she received a failing grade from a gender studies professor because she used the term biological women, and she took to social media and went viral for that reason, and again has spun that into a whole career. The last time she attempted to speak on the University of Washington campus, it got shut down, and as the flyer behind me explains, she allegedly was escorted out by police in disguise, in what was described as a dance party to counter it. I wasn't at this particular event, but I can attest that many/most trans events involve a dance party component and bubbles. That's almost certainly likely. As you can see from the other flyer behind me, the goal is to shut down this event. I want to talk a little bit about that, but again, I mostly just want to invite people out, but give you a clearer sense of what these events are like. I have been to an event at the Seattle Public Library. The event was allowed to go on. It was not shut down. There was music and dance. Let me back up. Okay. What these people peddle is hate speech, absolutely and unequivocally. In a perfect world, it would be treated as such, but we don't live in that perfect world. I still think and wish institutions like the University of Washington and Seattle Public Library could figure it out and have some kind of mechanism to prevent these types of people. And I also understand in a real world where individual institutions are threatened with funding and whatnot. No, that's not. That's not an excuse. That being said, I guess on a more just a technical level, and this is where I always think about it. The whole the whole intolerant left, they shut me down. It becomes part of their narrative, and I don't know from a tactical perspective how effective that is. So again, my personal goal isn't necessarily to shut them down. My goal is to see many people come out as possible in solidarity and in support of trans people to counter their hate, but not necessarily to shut down their event. Yeah, so this flyer kind of jokes about how she snuck off and in disguise with Seattle Police Department. But she also posted it to social media with, again, they're terrorizing me. As I am inviting people out, I also will want to warn, at the event that I was at least, Seattle Police Department was out in full force. And they aggressively defend transphobes. I'll just put it that way. There were also people there who were determined to disrupt. And so I should say that there may be elements there. The vast majority, again, were there in solidarity and in support. That's what I saw and experienced. But there were people there who took a confrontational stance with the police. And if that's something that makes you uncomfortable or that's something you don't want to be around, I should warn that is happening. But again, enough police showed up. Seattle Public Library also had their own security on overtime because it was an evening event. Seeing them pal around both with transphobes and with Seattle Police Department was disappointing, but overall, I don't think the fact that the event went on really affected the tone or the tone was still celebratory and this tone was still community. We are out here to support the trans community. And so again, that's what I would invite you to tomorrow, May 6th on the University of Washington campus at 5:30. And then just to talk about a couple of other things, gays eating garlic bread at the park. This is in Wallingford. This is May 17th. It is BYOB, BYO, yeah, bread. Bring your own garlic bread, GB. You have to RSVP for the exact location. June 14th is the next big national action that's being billed as a No Kings. I don't have too much details about that. I also think there are pride events that day, so I might have to pick and choose what I'm doing there. Again, May Day 2028, so we are planning very far ahead, is the next general strike. If I can do a little bit of a shameless plug, Folk Life is May 23rd to the 26th, the 54th annual Northwest Folk Life. I'm not exactly sure what day and time I will be there, but if you are looking for me, I will be across from the Children's Theater above the Fisher Pavilion. That little corner sort of by the stairs is my little is my usual spot. And then this Saturday is the Stamp Out Hunger. You might have gotten one of these bags in your mailbox. Even if you didn't, I believe if you just leave canned goods in or near your mailbox, postal workers will collect them this Saturday, May 9th. I think those are all your midweek calendar updates. Thanks for listening. And yeah, please come out tomorrow. Bring your bubbles, bring your cute dancing boots, and show up to support trans people. Thanks.